Stand by, here we go. Rehearsal, full rehearsal. Background. Bus.
On command, an otherwise quiet street in Dubuque comes to life, temporarily transformed into a Hollywood movie set, 1,200 miles away from Hollywood.
Please do not look at the camera. It's like any other day on a city street, the camera's not here. Do not look at us.
But it's hard not to stare. It's not every day a major motion picture is filmed in Iowa. It's not every day Iowans get to come see the bright lights, the cameras, and the stars. The star of Shoeless Joe is heartthrob Kevin Costner.
Here we go. Ready and action.
The movie Shoeless Joe is a movie about a baseball player, but it's not about baseball. It's a movie about an Iowa farmer, but it's not about farming. Shoeless Joe is a movie about dreams coming true, about a son reconciling with his father.
Actually, a story of an Iowa corn farmer who builds himself he's out working in his field one afternoon, and the voice from on high talks to him, but it doesn't sound like John Huston imitating God. It sounds like Vin Scully over a baseball stadium PA system. And the guy says, "If you build it, he will come."
What Kevin Costner believes the voice is telling him, in the role of the Iowa farmer, is if he builds a baseball diamond in his cornfield, his father's idol, Shoeless Joe Jackson of the 1919 Chicago White Sox, will come back to life to play baseball once again. It's a comedy, producers say, that will give you a good, warm feeling by movie's end.
Everybody that's read it has said, wow, I got to do this movie. I mean, a lot of times in our business, we'll have to go out and convince an actor or a director to do a project and, give them a song and dance why they should do it. In this case, boy, I mean, everybody that read the script just says, I have to do this picture.
One of the people who said that is actor Kevin Costner, a hot ticket at the box office these days.
Well, I like movies. I'm not necessarily a fan of sequels. And I like for movies to have a fresh, original feeling, and this movie has that. I mean, it's the kind of thing that when you go into the theater, you want that to happen. I believe that people don't want to know what happens in a movie and want to think that the story is something they haven't heard before. That's what I like.
It's no accident the movie Shoeless Joe is being filmed in Iowa. Even though it's a movie about an Iowa farmer, the producers considered locations in Canada, Colorado, Nebraska, and Illinois before choosing Iowa. It was the Iowa Film Office that sold the state to the movie's makers. The job of the film office is to act as a liaison between movie companies and the towns where they film, and to make the state an attractive location for movie producers. Before the Iowa Film Office was established in 1986, there was no central agency to handle the thousands of inquiries from the movie industry.
Give me a reason. Let's be reasonable. Somebody give me $1,500 for this job. Give me a reason. Let's be reasonable.
Ask him to be reasonable. Ask him to work out something with the Ivy.
So you can take our equipment. Tomorrow you can come out here and you can haul off all our stock. But when you come out to pull us off this land, you better come with more than a piece of paper. Because we're staying. We're staying right here.
Despite not having a central agency, movie makers still came to Iowa to film such productions as Country, yet the movies, Pennies from Heaven, Children of the Corn, and others, were few and far in between. So the state took a gamble and created the Iowa Film Office. It's a gamble that has paid off, with more movie producers coming to Iowa.
When we first started really tracking this was about 3 years ago, and the film office brought in about $1.5 million into the state from the film industry. Last year that took a 100% jump and went to $3.5 million. And this year it's up to $7.5 million. So we're taking 100% jumps every year. So it's growing all the time for us.
Growing perhaps, but it's still a very small piece of the multi-billion-dollar movie location business. Competition among the states for the glitter of Hollywood is fierce. And the more a film office can do for a filmmaker, the greater chance it has of winning the hearts and pocketbooks of a film's producers.
What it does, it takes the amount of research that I would normally have to do myself, and it cuts about maybe 4 months of research time off of what I would have to do should Wendol Jarvis's office not exist. I would have to come out here. I would have to send a staff out here. I'd have to put together all of the research facilities. What Wendol Jarvis and his team do for me is right at my fingertips. I pick up a phone call and go, I need, where do I find? And boom, it's there, right there now.
To make the Iowa Film Office more competitive with other states, Iowa lawmakers doubled the budget for the office from $55,000 last year to $114,000 this year. It's a textbook case of it takes money to make money.
Last year, for every dollar invested in the film office, $147.63 were returned to the people of Iowa. And I think any broker would love to make an investment like that. And so I'm quite pleased with that return.
Much of that money stays in the towns where the movies are filmed. But towns like Dubuque gain much more than just economic benefits from having the movies come to town. They have the pride of seeing their towns and residents up on the silver screen. Plus, they get to mingle with the stars, get their autographs, and see that these Hollywood folks aren't much different than they are.
I am nothing. I am worthless slime. I am lower than a snail on a hot day. That's me down there. However, with this, in an apple, but with this director, I can do it all. I can make hand gestures. I can, I can cut.
No release date is set yet for the movie Shoeless Joe, but it's likely we could see it in the theaters by next spring. And it may not be long before another movie begins filming in Iowa. The Iowa Film Office is working on 42 other projects right now, which include several major motion pictures.
Quiet please, folks. Here we go. Rehearsal is up.
I'm Dana Carden reporting for Time Capsule.